Well, here's a new crop circle, probably one of the best ones in England so far this year. I think this one's in June 2018. I make a lot of YouTube videos explaining main repeating message in crop circles, and basically the all crop circles are the extraterrestrials make are about helping us to ascend to higher conscious level, and the main repeating message is 3 to 5. I have many other videos explaining this, as well as I do hypnosis with people for extraterrestrials. This one you can see something that always about the extraterrestrial ones. You always sort of see a very nice pattern about how the crops have been laid down. If it's actually a human makes it, they don't look like that. You can see the little darkness here. You can see the circle here and another circle, and the uniformity of how the crops lay themselves down when they use their energy. This is one way to tell a fake one from a not fake one. Plus, the other thing is, how do you get such uniformity, perfect measurements? Now, I haven't even thought about it. I just looked at this one. Look at lots of them. I can explain what they mean. This one I think is a very simple one. It's a message to governments in the world, I think, because if you count, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now, if you actually look at this, you can look at them. They're facing together, but if they look facing apart, it looks like flags. You know, extraterrestrials, I am telepathic, I communicate with them, been on ships with them, explain all these things in other videos, and, you know, whatever. Make a joke all you want, I can prove everything, and lots of other friends are doing the hypnosis, we prove it all. You find yourself in the defamation human rights court if you want. Simple as that. We're giving you disclosure, okay? I'm here to help you with this. So when you see this, it's like flags, countries. So this is like the G7. It's a message that, you know, coming together to, you know, to make a wonderful world together by uniting each other, you know. And probably I hate to get into the three-dimensional reality or earth ideas of things. All you humans make drama about everything, silly nonsense, but it's probably like the other 7, like this, there's 7, but you know, you have to, the other members here, the other 6 have to remind the other 7 that we have a united world, and not by creating separation. By uniting, we come together. And this is a message from extraterrestrials to Donald Trump. I think this is a message for him, that you have to work hard to make the world a better place, not by tearing it apart. Especially, like, I'm Canadian, I've done lots of trade shows and been all over the United States, and a lot of Americans too come to Canada all the time, especially Niagara Falls. And Americans just love Canada, and you know, us Canadians love Americans, you know. We're just cousins. And then all of a sudden you start putting up some kind of trade stuff and this and that, and you know, just old-fashioned ideas aren't working anymore. And this is a message from Galactic Federation, from extraterrestrials, helping you know, to Donald Trump. It's a message to Donald Trump, you know, like, I have many videos giving all of you disclosure. You know, obviously he doesn't want to understand about extraterrestrials and disclosure and what it all means. And you know, I'm sure if he asks, a lot of people aren't telling him the truth either. You know, there's a handful of people that try to control that extraterrestrial technologies and things, and they don't really want anyone else to know. They want to make money off of it, and it's not theirs anyways, and everything belongs to everyone else. So you know, the idea of copyright law, the idea of patents and all that stuff is, you know what I mean? That's an earth idea. It's not a universe idea or creation idea or creator God idea. Everything's connected and shared. I make many videos explaining that as well. So this is probably a simple message to world leaders, how we have to express to the world how we work together. And I think this is just a plain message that way to them. And you know, Everything's changing fast. I'm awake. I remember these things, and I'm here making all my videos. Consult with all you governments on how these changes will take place, and how we can make, all these things can happen. It's going to happen whether you like it or not. The more you fight it, the more you fall behind. So the ones that lead the way will be ahead in happiness and in overall, like, every aspect of your society and your countries. But if you want to, you know, so-called, you know, Donald Trump has a lot of good ideas. Some of the basis of ideas are good, okay? But he has to understand a lot bigger picture of the whole thing. I don't know. I understand all this. I can see Donald Trump doesn't, and no one ever told him, I don't think. Because, if I've been a businessman all my life, and I understand, but a lot of those old ways are gone now, and it doesn't work anymore. I see America, and you're taking in, you make more money by putting people in jail than, trying to educate them. The best asset in America are foreign students. They pay to get educated, and then they get a job in the States. Well, what about educating your own people? I know I'm in Canada, and I'm always shocked when I go into bigger cities and see all the poor people in the poor areas, and growing up as a kid that way all the time in New York, seeing all the poor areas and all the appalling stuff I would see, and and all you have to do is pay for people's education, and all that disappears. Everyone has a hope, a future, and it's all gone. You say, here, go back to, well, you've been in poverty, you did this, you go back to school at the age of 50, you become a welder, computer programmer, whatever you want. You free education for people. You create a great nation that way. And the rest of the world is doing that, and they're going ahead. China's going ahead because they understand the idea of country debt, principal and interest, and taxation to support it, because they don't have country debt, because they are the printer of the money. And they're going out to other countries, building seaports and roads, improving economies and lifestyle in other countries. Oh, they helping themselves by helping other people. This has always been the way of China. If you ever studied history, when the Chinese worked together, they flourished. When they were always in separation, they always fell apart. And America is in separation right now, not being united with the world. And so this is where China and other countries are uniting to help the world in so many different ways. And so I think that this is a message for, maybe I'm 100% sure, but anyways. But it's up to your free will to understand this, and I have many other videos explaining disclosure about extraterrestrials and quantum physics, new ideas. And the idea in all of your countries combined is educating your people and going with all the new ideas. And the idea of, like, Elon Musk and other people in other countries are working on that same idea of a hyperloop, is giving these people huge grants to create the business, to create the new ways of experiencing the world. And this is where the business is. One of my videos, I explained the idea of terraforming the Sahara Desert, and the biggest key role thing in that one is another video. I explained the idea of replicator technology, of turning salt into another mineral, or just neutralizing the salt by using frequency of Dr. Royal Rife's technology. And you terraform the desert. The money's in creating the world, not destroying it. So any of you who have companies that are destroying the world, military contractors, forestry companies, whatever, if you have bad practices, bad focuses on things, you're going to go bankrupt, and you're going to lose all your shares, all your money, not to mention probably go to jail because of all these things that are changing. When you realize that this is happening, then you realize, what can we do? How we can change things, the future of business? Because you got lots of time to change right now, but the problem is every day you have less and less time to keep up with all these things. Anyways, I'm here to make videos. I'm here to consult with governments. I'm here to consult with whoever wants to learn. I go by Galactic Ambassador. There are many others as well. Read Dolores Cannon, her books, the people that do her hypnosis, quantum hypnosis. The people like Bashar, Cryon, Susan Lai, and so many others. I'm so amazed at all the work that they've done to help help awaken all of you. I've been working at this all my life, little by little. Now a lot, and so all the information's out there. Every day there's more and more people waking up, realizing these things, and all you have to do is look up. Basically, almost every night, extraterrestrials are out there flying around with their ships. I see them almost every night out there now. I've seen them all my life. I've been on ships with them, and explain more and more about all this stuff in other videos, as well as about the universe and creation and the idea and expanded ideas of all the aspects of creation. And I have many more videos, but I'd like to explain this one as in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flags, as in countries, 7 as in the G7 coming together to say brighten up the world. By working together, you have to create the world. And you know, I don't mind sitting down with Donald Trump and all you world leaders to explain a lot of this stuff and give you disclosure about extraterrestrials and about how to make all these changes. I see all of you trying to struggle with these things and struggle with the people and all the different bureaucrats and all these different levels. But there's just a lot of stupid as stupid does, because all our scientists and our medical stuff and everything about our society and governments are so far behind, and you're just so lost in it all. So anyways, I make lots of videos to explain these things to help you understand this. Any questions? I'm here.